Hey, what's up, y'all? I am back with another video, and I am coming to y'all today with a story time. This is pretty much about how I found out I am a type 2 diabetic. I am 33 years old. I found out actually when I was 32. I've found out probably about 6, 7 months ago. So you can imagine how much of a shock that was for me when I did find out. So, um, pretty much, yeah. Probably back in April, the end of April, me and my family went on a cruise. We went to um, South America, Aruba, different places, like beautiful trip, had a good time. And, around April on the cruise ships, the weather is not really, really hot. It was really windy on the ship. You're on that just this big, broad ocean on the boat in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the ocean, and the wind's blowing, so the weather was a little rocky, but overall it was nice. It was good. So the trip was probably about 7 days, and y'all, when it was just me, my mama, and my grandma, that's my crew. We take trips everywhere together. So when we got home like that Saturday, we left on a Saturday, came back on a Saturday. You talking about everybody, me, my mom, grandma, we were sick, like sick. And I ended up getting a bad ear infection in my right ear. I don't know what it is about my ears, but y'all, like my ear was like banging, like it was red on the outside, like it was clearly like really infected, like it was so bad, y'all. Like we came back that Saturday, that Monday I had to go to the ER. So I ended up going to the ER after trying to self-medicate myself and everything. I went to the ER, and the ER that I went to is actually the hospital I work at. I actually do work at a hospital. I'm an X-ray tech. So I went there, checked in, everything. So got there, and of course they take your vitals, everything, get your weight, all that good stuff. So sat down, put the blood pressure cuff on me, boop boop. Okay, chicks, my blood pressure, that mofo is like 189 over 100. You heard me. 189 over 100. And they're like, oh my God, like, girl, what's going on with you? You're not going nowhere. Like, what's going on? You got high blood pressure? And I was like, no, at the time I didn't take any type of medicines, nothing. I was just, I didn't do what I was supposed to do, obviously. I mean, when you reach a certain age, ladies, yes, go to the doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, go to the doctor. Get yourself checked. Don't be like me and be too scared to go to the doctor because you're scared of what they're going to tell you. Just go on. Save yourself a lot of trouble, okay? So, got my blood pressure is high through the freaking roof. So, I'm like, oh my God. So, of course, they give me antibiotics for my ear and they give me blood pressure medicine. So they give me that and they tell me I need to sit there, I need to wait until my blood pressure comes down. Because the only way I can be discharged is if my blood pressure is at a certain level. Like I think if it's like at 150 over something. So they was waiting for my blood pressure to go down. So, I'm laying there in the bed and stuff. And, probably another 30, 40 minutes, they check it again. When you're hooked up to the machine, it automatically checks it anyway. So they check it again and it's higher. Higher. And I'm like, oh my God. So they come in and they're like, oh my God, it's like 190 over something. I'm like, I'm such like, I'm not a hypochondriac, but I'm like really scared. Like, I think the worst of everything, like, yeah, my stomach can hurt and I be thinking that I have like appendicitis or some shit. Never had appendicitis, never got any surgeries, I haven't had any children yet. So, yeah, I'm like freaking out, like, oh my God, like I'm finna die. Like, this is the end for me. So, I'm tripping. And I'm here by myself. Like, I called my mom before I went to the ER and she was like, just go on, because my mom lives like 10 minutes from me. So, I went on. And, I was there by myself and I was fine. I wasn't tripping because the people that was helping me, I knew them. I worked with these people. So, they were good people. So they was like, okay, well, we need to give her something else because, her blood pressure's going up, let's try to give her something else. And y'all, the reason why my blood pressure was going up is because of the medicine. I was taking cold medicine, sinus medicine, thinking that that was going to help my ear. And I love my mama to death. This was her idea. It did not work. The cold medicine only made things worse with my blood pressure going up the roof. So the doctor was like, well, let me see what you're taking. So I gave her the medicine and she was like, yeah, don't take any more of that. Stop it. Don't take any more because that's what's making your blood pressure high. So threw that out, quit taking it. So they wait another 30, 40 minutes, maybe about an hour, check my blood pressure, and it's still high, still very elevated. So they wait a little longer. They give me some more medicine for my ear because my ear, y'all, my ear hurt so bad. Like, it was like thumping so bad. It hurt so bad. Like, I just wanted so much relief. Like, it felt like I was in a tunnel. Like, I couldn't hear hardly anything in this ear at all. It just was like a steady whistling, ongoing whistling in my ear. And it was so annoying. Like, I had to work like that for like almost a month with my ear like that, y'all. A month. But thank God it got cleared up. They gave me a round of antibiotics and everything. So luckily, I haven't had that happen, and I pray I never have another ear infection like that ever again. Y'all, the first sign of you having any kind of issues with your ears, go get it checked because it can turn this into something much worse where you could probably lose the, hearing in your ear. Like, yeah, it could get worse. And mine was pretty bad, y'all. It was pretty bad. Okay, so back to the ER visit. So, finally, probably about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours later, they checked my blood pressure and it was coming down, thankfully. So, by the time, they got it to where they wanted it to be, the doctor gave me a prescription for some antibiotics and she gave me a prescription for a blood pressure medicine. And they told me that you need to follow up with your doctor because at the time, y'all, I didn't have a primary doctor. Yeah, over 30, didn't have a primary doctor. And I work at a hospital. Stupid. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So she said, get your prescriptions filled, follow up with your doctor because, with me, if I did discontinue taking that blood pressure medicine, it would cause me to have heart palpitations. And I didn't need any more health scares. I was like, oh God, no. Like, as soon as I'm almost done with this blood pressure medicine, I'm going to try to find me a doctor and follow up. So, took my antibiotics for my ear cleared up great. Within a month, it was fine, thank God. And I took my blood pressure medicine, and when I was almost about to run out of it, I started looking for doctors because I said, well, I need to find a doctor anyway. I need to get myself seen about, checked on, because I know I am a obese person. I am a plus size woman, and I knew that high blood pressure ran on my mom's side, I didn't know too much about my sperm donor side, but I knew on my mom's side that it ran rapid. She has it, my grandmom has it, my granddad had it, pretty much everybody on my mom's side has it. So, found me a doctor and they seen me probably the next week before all of my blood pressure medicine ran out. Okay, so go to the appointment and, of course they get all your medical history and all that good stuff. And it just felt like they were just probing into my life because I tend to be a really private person and they ask so many invasive questions on that paperwork. Like, how many sex partners you had? What's your menstrual cycle like? Do you like a doggy? Do you like a missionary? No, I'm joking. They don't ask that. But it's like, dang, like, y'all need to know all this stuff. Like, what? Really? So, I filled out my paperwork and everything. So, take it to the receptionist, and the doctor, they call me back and the doctor sees me. So she wants to run all these labs on me because, this is like my real first doctor's visit as an adult. Like, seriously, y'all, I haven't been to the doctor in years. So she wanted to run all these labs on me, and she asked me about my diet and stuff like that. And I told her, at the time I didn't eat good at all. Like, I drank soda, sugary ass sodas, ate candy, pretty much ate and drank whatever the heck I wanted to. Like, that's just what I did. So nice. She was nice. She's a nurse practitioner, actually, but these days they're the same as doctors. So nice lady, walked me through everything, and so the next week, I think she wanted to see me maybe 2 weeks later or something, or a month later. I can't remember, but it was soon. So I went ahead and got my labs drawn and everything, and maybe 3 or 4 days after I got my labs drawn, I got a call from the office, the doctor's office. They wanted to see me to talk about my labs. And I knew right then and there, y'all, I knew that something was up. I was like, oh my God, like, I got something major going on with me. I didn't think it was like really, really bad, but I knew it was something that wasn't good, that she needed to immediately talk to me about. So, I had been to work that day. It was all on my mind. I was worried. I had talked to my mom about it. She asked me, did I want her to come with me? I told her no, I'll just go by myself, because whatever it was, I needed time to process it, because I knew it was something that was probably going to be life changing. I just felt like it was. So I stayed the night at my mom's house just to have some comfort, because I didn't want to be by myself. And I had actually took the day off that next day to go to my doctor's appointment, because, I just, at the time I was working a lot too, so I just wanted that day off just so I wouldn't have to go to my doctor's appointment, then go straight to work. So I had that day off, thankfully. Thank God. It all worked out in God's planning. Thank God. So go to the doctor, and they take me back to the room. I sign in. They take me back into the room, and I sit there. I sit there. I sit there, and I sit there. And I'm like, dang, what's going on? What is it? Like, which they were busy that day, but it doesn't help that you don't know what the heck going on, like what they're gonna tell you. So you're just sitting there like bracing yourself for what's about to happen. So she finally comes in, and the first thing she says is, you're a severe diabetic. I do not want to cry, because it makes me emotional just thinking about it, because I didn't expect that. And at first, when she told me, it was a shock. Like, when somebody tell you something bad that you don't expect them to tell you, you're like, oh, huh? What? Say that again? And then it started settling in, and she started reading off all my labs. And y'all, you would not believe what my A1C was. Your A1C is supposed to be between like 2 to a 4.5 or a 5 or something. Y'all, my A1C was a 13. Yeah, a 13. And my blood sugar for the past 3 months, because they check your labs, they determine your blood sugar by the last 3 months. It was a 366. Yeah. I was so blown by the information she gave me. Like, I immediately just broke down, and I just remember how I felt that day, because it was just so hard. It was just so shocking to me and devastating, because I just never thought I would have an illness like this before, because diabetes is no joke, y'all. Like, I have a family member that has lost their leg due to diabetes and damn near their eyesight as well because they have not taken care of themselves because of the disease. It is a progressive disease that can kill you. So it's something that you have to definitely take seriously. This is no joke. And I knew right then and there that day that I had to take my life seriously. And y'all, I found out I had diabetes through a freaking earache. If it was not for me having that earache, going to the ER, having high blood pressure, going to find a doctor to get blood pressure medicine, because that's the only reason why I went to the doctor, is to get blood pressure medicine. But she went more and more into my health, and turned out I am a type 2 diabetic. So she went over paperwork with me, diet, exercise, what to eat, what not to eat. And y'all, I felt like such a prisoner. Like, I felt like this was the end for me because food is everything to me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big girl. And a lot of people take, you know, their sadness or their comfort and put it into food. They put it into a crack pipe. They put it into beer. They put it into cigarettes. Mine was food. Mine was sodas. So, that was my thing. And I had to change my whole lifestyle. And it took some adjustment and getting used to. Y'all, I had to take medicine. I have to take medicine every day, like multiple pills. I never had to do that before this. So this whole situation was brand new to me. It was a new life for me. It was life changing for me. And it's still times where it's hard to accept that your life is dependent on taking this medicine, eating right, taking care of your body, because you only have one life, you only have one body. So you have to take it seriously. You have to. So, she talked to me about everything, and, I walked out that day, and, I talked to my mom and all, and she helped me get everything I needed to get. I needed a glucometer, to check my blood sugar every day, the testing strips to put my blood on, to put in the glucometer, the needles to stick myself with my glucometer, like the pen to stick myself, to put the blood on the strips, to put in the glucometer. Like, it's so much stuff. But it's, in the end, it's worth it because I want to live a long life as long as God allows me to. And even though it was shocking, it was heartbreaking, it was devastating for me, because it was just like, wow, this is the end for me. I can't have chicken wings. I can't eat ice cream. I can't, eat like I want to without having to watch how much sugar is in it. But y'all, I needed this life change. I needed it. I mean, I was eating anything, everything. I was tearing my body up, and I didn't even realize it. Like, I was really tearing up my body, and I didn't, take it seriously. So when I was dealt this diagnosis, my life changed that day, and I've taken it seriously ever since. My A1C has dropped tremendously since that day. I mean, tremendously. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's very, very good compared to what it was before. I've lost weight. I've lost a little over 10 pounds. I exercise a hell of a lot more than what I did before. Before I never exercised. Like, my mom would try to get me to walk our track here in town at the high school, and I would never walk it. I'd be like, no, I don't want to. No, I'm a fat girl. No, I don't want to walk. I want to walk over here and get this ice cream. That's where I want to. So yeah. But now, I bought me a little exercise bike, and I try to get on that, a couple days a week. And I just watch what I eat now. Of course, I have my good days and bad days, because with being a diabetic, you have to just watch your carb intake, of course, watch your sugar intake, And just maintain your blood sugar. Have control over your blood sugar. That's most important, y'all. And have good mental stability, because being a diabetic, when I found out, I was depressed for a good 2 weeks. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to be around anybody. I was very depressed. And, just going back to that place makes me very emotional, because, I'm just so much better than I was before. But being in that space, y'all, oh gosh, it was bad. I was very depressed. But God helped me through. I stayed prayed up. I stayed positive, because in the end you have your own support. You have your family that's like, "Oh, I'm going to help you." But I'm grown. I'm not a child, so I have to tend to myself first. I have to worry about me and my health first before anybody else is. So yeah, I got over that hurdle, and it's still an ongoing trial. It's still an ongoing situation. Just like any, doctor's appointment, they want you to come every 3 months, get your labs drawn to make sure everything's okay. So, I'm thankful that I'm taking control of my health and getting myself seen about more versus not doing it at all. So, yeah, but y'all, that is how I found out that I was a type 2 diabetic from an earache. I thank God for that earache. I thank God that I went on that cruise, because I wasn't even going to go on that cruise. But I thank God for it. I thank God I found out when I did, because it saved my life. Because, yeah, I ate anything when I wanted to. So, yeah, I just, I'm thankful, I'm blessed, and, I just take it one day at a time. I take my medicine every day, I just take it one day at a time. And, I'm currently trying to be on this weight loss journey. It's fixing to be a new year. It's December 31st, 2019. And, I'm just trying to be the best me that I can be. That's all we can be, right? The best us we can be, right? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you guys, so that's pretty much it. I hope I didn't bore you with too many details. I try to be, you know, nail on with a lot of things. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me, comment down below, and just, let me know, what you think of the video. And, have you ever been through something that was either traumatic or shocking, or, something that you didn't expect? Just let me know. Um, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And this ordeal, the situation definitely made me stronger, and it's not going to beat me. So you have to have a positive, uplifting attitude, or else, you'll go down. So yeah, y'all, that's it. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, just like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.